G'day, it's Paul. Let's look at a breast fine needle aspiration. So this was on a 33-year-old, a lump in the right medial breast, and clinically she was breastfeeding, and the question was carcinoma, lipoma, or lactating adenoma. See what you think. So what's your diagnosis? The specimen had a lipid-rich background, and that was particularly obvious on the air drieds. It was spread uniformly across all the slides. It was fairly cellular, and there were mostly dispersed epithelial cells. Many of these were stripped as bare nuclei. There were some small acini present, and there are a couple of larger tissue fragments that seem to show lobular groups of epithelial cells. There was really no evidence of bimodality or bare bipolar nuclei in the background. Single nuclei were present, but these were all uniformly round, and many of them had little nucleoli present in them. Where there was cytoplasm, there was a moderate amount of that present, and that showed a little bit of vacuolation, particularly in some of those intact tissue groups. So these findings really are all consistent with lactational change in breast FNA. This specimen showed a mixture of dispersed cells and tissue fragments, and that can vary a little. Sometimes you can get virtually entirely dispersed and mostly stripped nuclei that show round, largish nuclei with prominent nucleoli, and that can sometimes raise a differential or something unusual like a metastatic melanoma or something. Sometimes you get predominantly large tissue fragments, which are essentially lobular units showing hyperplastic change and vacuolation and reflecting really the histology that's seen in lactating so-called adenomas. Clinical information is therefore really helpful in these patients. And just finally, it's important really not to underestimate malignant cell changes in this setting, especially if there's any anisokaryosis present. Malignancies do occur in pregnancy, and false negatives can occur if the atypia present in a malignancy is just put down to a lactational gestational effect. So I hope you enjoyed that case. Thanks for watching.